Hi Pisces, this is your March of 2023 to February of 2024 reading, and I'm so sorry it is so delayed, but better late than never. So let's get started. At the beginning of your month, you have Star in reverse, and you have the Page of Pentacles. At the beginning of the year cycle, I should say. So with the Star in reverse, I'm getting more of a psychic hit off of this than a literal meaning of the card or traditional meaning of the card. I see like an as above so below kind of reference here, where you're drawing up from some sort of energy. You're drawing energy in order to learn how to manifest. It's as if there's some sort of spiritual studies or philosophy of healing that is being approached in the month of March. Old wishes might come to the surface, and you might have a practical way of making those a reality, or at least trying or learning how to bring those into a physical manifestation of some sort. In April, we have the Nine of Pentacles and the Devil. Very materialistic month approaching you in April. I see you kind of really being tied into or very heavily involved with the material world in April. I see that you'll be very independent financially. And the obligations that you have, or there's a codependency here with the Devil, but it's as if it's self-reliant. You are very self-reliant. You're dependent upon yourself only. I don't see there being any kind of trauma bond, because here you are really kind of by yourself, manifesting and enjoying your manifestations up until this point. So whatever you start in March may very well lead you to being very comfortable and able to bask in your own efforts in a very kind of almost overindulgent way in April, Pisces. In May, I think you're getting realistic about how you can help others or you're getting clear on maybe past events. You're thinking about the past in a very logical way, in a very sequential way. So you're remembering things in order, and you're trying to organize your memories. This could be literal organizing of memories, such as going through old photos. It could be thinking about your first intimate experiences, coming into adulthood. I feel like there might be a heavy manifestation of financial abundance of some sort, or learning how to make your dreams a reality in some way, and you being able to do that and basking in the glory, really. It's a glory kind of prideful kind of energy. And then there's this, but then remembering the past and how the past got you to where you are now in some way in May. Then June comes, April, going backwards. June comes, and you're stressing about finding the support you'll need in order to stabilize some plans for the future. Or maybe you're stressed about where to go next, making a decision about where to put your energy next. And you might be mulling this over quite a bit and really working yourself up over it. Maybe you've achieved some sort of financial security in your life and material wealth or goals, but now you're worried about where's the passion, where's the what's next, what am I going to do now? Something's maybe missing. Maybe you're stressing about, or you're feeling a niggling about where to go next with your life, because you've already achieved so much in this coming year. You could be feeling an obsession towards, or overindulgent towards, the luxuries of life, and then realizing maybe that you remember a simpler time when things were sweet and innocent, and you might be stressing about recreating that in your life for some reason. Maybe an old love or something. In July, there seems to be charm needed, charisma needed in order to sway somebody who is of authority. They may be the leader of an organization that you need a favor from. They may be a very important person that you need to, that isn't the most easy to deal with, or that you have to approach in a sort of tactile manner, and you're trying to, for lack of a better word, schmooze them into seeing you in a better light. Not that they don't see you in a good light already, but you're just trying to put maybe that plan into motion, and you would need some assistance. And it could be financial, so this could be a bank, this could be a financial institution, this could be any kind of institution that would require, would have a permission needed to enter or to be a part of an organization of some sort. Seven of Swords and the Seven of Swords. This has been happening so much tonight. It's ridiculous. Cards landing on cards. The same card. It's just... In August, be very careful of the things that you own. Like, keep a stock of the things that you own. Keep track of the things that you own. Because somebody might be out there that the energy is ripe for somebody being a conniving little butthead. The other thing I want to mention is that the Star and the Strength card are related. They are the opposite polarities within the tarot. There's hope and there's pride. There's strength and there's resilience and healing after difficulty. It takes strength to get through to the hope and faith part, right? And they go hand in hand, really. There's something here that's you're going to need to charm the pants off of somebody, or you will charm the pants off of somebody. This also could be a charming person that's supposedly an authority figure that may not be all that they're cracked up to be, Pisces. In September, there might be some sort of news about recovery, because the Star is about recovery in reverse, and then finally the healing comes, the recovery comes 4-7 months later. There's some sort of new endeavor you're starting that may take some time to heal. So there might be some new wound. There might be some new thing that you're needing to kind of take care of, to nurture. There's a nurturing of wounds, and they could be from childhood, I will say that. And it could be emotional. It could have been a wound of the past in childhood. And it could be very triggering for some people, so I'm not going to go into exactly what that would be. But with the Strength card here, and the Devil card, and the Six of Cups, it would have been something that would have been, it would have left a mark. Let's just put it that way. And the Nine of Swords too. Getting clear about the past, recovering from old wounds in childhood. Learning how to be vulnerable again. One of the Seven of Swords is looking over at the Strength and the Hierophant, at somebody who is a very powerful authority or a very smooth talker authority, and the other one is the Page of Swords and the Temperance. Healing, the art, alchemy, transmuting energy, transmuting a challenging information, challenging mental, I want to say anguish, even though, yeah, anguish with the Nine of Swords. There's some sort of drawing upon the desire, some energy, desired strength, hoping for, wishing for the strength, an old wish, learning how to be resilient and cope with trauma, finding yourself alone but not wanting to be alone because of patterns, codependent patterns or patterns of the mind. A bond in childhood gone wrong, or a bond in childhood that's been troubling in some way. But there's healing. There's healing and communicating about this healing. You might stick up for yourself in some way too. And right after I say healing, we have the healer, the King of Cups. And then the Two of Pentacles, learning to be okay with chaos, learning and being able to juggle the real world and our emotional world. And he's going to teach you how to do that. Either that or you're teaching other people how to do that. Because that is your card. Now, moving beyond October and into November. You are waiting for something to finalize, to end, to be done with something completely. Waiting for something to die. Knowing that it's a rebirth, knowing that it will change, it won't necessarily just end. But the way it has been will end. The way it's been known will end. You're waiting for the timing when the end will be here. And again, we have the Nine of Cups. Been getting the Nine of Cups a lot in the readings lately. And the Moon. A secret wish. A clandestine wish. Secret fulfillment. A lot of secrets. Feeling nurtured, abundantly nurtured as well. Privacy, a lot of privacy. This could stem from not wanting to be intimate with other people because of something that happened. In the past, in our childhood. I mean, this doesn't have to be necessarily sexual abuse, but I do see something here about problems in childhood. Problems in childhood. I don't see family, so I don't think it's stemming from the family. I see you maybe dealing with troubled children in some way, or, troubled is kind of an ugly word. Children who have had a hard go. People that have been children that have had a hard go. Also, the strength in the Seven of Swords is finding the strength to tame our own inner beast as well, and finding an alternative route to healing. It's alternative healing. But then the Hierophant next to it is tradition. Having to bullshit your way through the red tape in order to maybe get an alternative opinion, find an alternative method, or propose. This is proposing an alternative method to healing. And this is also being a criminal defense lawyer. The Strength and the Hierophant. Next to two Seven of Swords on top of each other. And patiently waiting for someone to drop the ball. And hands up as well with the Two of Pentacles. So the King of Cups can very well be, we have the King of Swords as well. So it is somebody who is in uniform in some way, shape, or form. If you work for some kind of authority, or as an authority, or protecting people of some sort, there's a protection here. In 2024, we're starting off with the Three of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. Ooh, it's getting late. Three of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. This is a formalizing of previous skills and talents. There's a mystery here in regards to some achievement of some sort. There's some kind of secrecy shrouding those of you who had a mother who drank in their childhood, who would sneak off and drink in their childhood, and you've grown very independent from having to deal with this kind of bond, this kind of, or lack thereof, a bond. I see this being a very healing time for you, especially in September, October months of this coming year, or this year. Secret drinking, waiting for the end of something, and then mother that maybe overly indulgent, or secretly overly indulgent, or secretly getting what you want in some sort of way. And there's this showcasing of something, or this formalizing of some skill or trade, or working on something diligently, but yet feeling so tired. Secretly working on something that's very fulfilling to you, that's like a wish come true almost. You could be confused about why things are going so good. You could be emotionally confused about what will be fulfilling for you, or how somebody is so abundant is another thing. I see this Nine of Wands as almost being a little bit astonished by looking at this guy hard at work over here, and just how so it's a recognition of prodigy almost. You might feel like you're being watched when you're working on your trade. All right, Pisces. In February, I see somebody who is established in their field, they're in charge, they're a leader. There's quite a lot of abundance here. There's a lump sum of money. There's a gift. There's some sort of abundance that comes in because this person is in charge of their life, or in their balance, both in the physical and the spiritual realm. So they're able to manifest what they want in this world. It's like a crowning also of, it's a badge. So this could be for somebody who's some sort of man in uniform or woman in uniform. There's an official kind of a pin, a soldier, a badge. You've won. You've wore the T-shirt. You know, it's like you've won the battle, and might be a little bit on edge about. There's also spying as well. This guy looks like he's watching this other guy do something, or and it being clouded by the moon. And there's something secretive here, and death in the moon. Secrets of the occult. Comfort of night. Waiting for the spirits. This is around that time of the year where there'll be activity spiritually. So the veil will be very thin, I think, this coming year. This is also divine, divine channeling something from the divine, getting clear on some sort of channel and being able to produce something that is from another world. Being an apprentice as well, starting off with the Page of Pentacles and then having the Three of Pentacles. It's very apprentice-like to me. And then this guy is old and he's pretty beat up, but he's watching intently, so he knows what he's doing probably, and he's taught all he can, and now he's watching somebody else do it. Or you're making someone feel a little defensive about how good you are at something. They're investigating you, they're watching you, in amazement of how you can do something. At the end, you are the top dog. You are the leader, and you have the gold coin to prove it. You get that last gold coin in order to share with others. You're looking to share with others, and you might find that you've been chained to being alone for a while as well. You might feel like you've been dependent on yourself for so long, you don't really know if you can rely on somebody else. But Pisces, it seems like it doesn't matter. Seems like you actually figure out how to alchemize whatever troubles you had in the past, in your childhood or in your past, and how to change or heal from whatever happened. Also, somebody's mother who has been battling breast cancer or going to the doctor for some sort of female related condition, they get news that the healing has gone well. It's an alternative method of healing. They go, if somebody has gone through trouble with insurance companies, and having to figure out a way to get them to cover certain courses of action that normally wouldn't be covered, or find a grant for it or something. I see that going pretty well. Learning secrets in journalism, being about a world leader. We could find something out about a world leader, Pisces, and I know that probably doesn't have anything to do with you, but very interesting how I see the Temperance card, and then right next to it I see the Two of Pentacles, and they're both trying to balance things out. But the difference is one is alchemically melding and mixing the components involved, versus one is juggling them. The water is outside of himself and is turbulent, but in the Temperance card, the waters are pretty calm in the background, and the water is more violent because she's the angels mixing them kind of in a rapid fashion, but is patient. So there's like a gentle storm happening within you, a gentle storm of an alchemizing of your emotional internal world. Some news will come in that will help you do that. She's mixing like this drink, this cup, and then the king has his cup. And he's sitting there and he's watching this page, this boy, juggle, or girl, juggle. It's like entertainment. It's like a jester, like a comedy. You're showing somebody in authority a good time. And this could have to do with magic or illusion. So this could be like if you're a magician, I have no idea. Maybe you are. Taking a situation that was underhanded and pretty awful and making light of it, or making a joke and making fun of it. There might be a comedy skit about some really underhanded things in the media or in politics that are going to come up, or in the church or something. And they'll be making jokes about it. But it's in a way, a Sagittarian way of like lightening the mood. There's a lightening of the mood. Even though some things I don't think are funny, but you know, I don't like being too you know what I mean, too uptight about things. Maybe that's what it is. It's like the angels really like relaxed into splashing the cups and alchemizing. I don't even know, that's not a word. Algorithm. And then those two pentacles are they're like, there's tension between the two of them, which is keeping them going. So there's inertia, there's momentum. It's about energy. It's about where the energy's going. Somebody maybe taking your energy, and you're having to learn to give back to yourself in order to heal yourself and balance out the situation. But there is some sort of, somebody's watching you and finding amusement in the way you move, in the way you do things. I don't know, Pisces. This is looking pretty interesting and pretty good. How many major arcanas? I didn't even count in all the other readings. I've got the Strength card, the Temperance, the Emperor, and the Moon. That's a lot. Approaching a situation that normally would be daunting in a way that would tame some sort of authority figure in order to balance and heal a situation, or there's some creative art kind of. There's a caring for as well. Caring for a difficult older person, having to think outside of the box in terms of caring for somebody who's challenging to care for. There's a waiting for somebody to come along to change things, and then there's a doing something about it, and you just so happen to other people who are feeling beat down and barely able to continue on see you continuing to go for it and achieving something, and they feel like the underdog. They feel like they could do it too. It instills hope in them. You're like the shining star in the night for other people. I don't have the Hermit here, but I do have the Star in reverse and the Page of Pentacles above that, so that's what I'm getting that from. And in the end, there's leadership and the gift of leadership, or the gift of financial abundance, being in control of assets, being a business person. The stress over what might happen about that underhanded situation seems to be taken care of by the authorities, or there is something, if that is the case, if something has happened that's unpleasant, like somebody's taken something from you or done something to you, whether it be in your childhood now or whatever, you would already know about it. There seems to be somebody in authority, a world leader, a leader who is tied to some financial windfall of some sort, or some sort of financial gift from a financial a businessman of some kind. Or it's something physical that you can count on. like tools or a grant or something like a house, or maybe there's some sort of financial assistance that comes in for whatever you're working on. Huge hitting month though. You're taming your inner beast in order to because I see like the beast is the devil, right? And then we have the beast that she's taming. So you may be taming an animal that's really wild and abused. You might work with animals who have been abused. There is some sort of taming the wild in something and overcoming it with charm or tact. You might be taking classes at night to be a lawyer or work in the mental, want to be a leader in the mental health field. Whatever stress you had about the tasks you needed to accomplish and you didn't know how you were going to do it with the time, the money, the resources that you had, you get on top of that. You figure out a way. All right, Pisces, I hope you have a great rest of your February, and I will look forward to talking to you in March. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Again, I'm so sorry it's so late and not as detailed, as long as I would have wanted it to be, but I tried my best, and that's all I can do. And I think that you'll be trying your best this year, and you'll be producing some great stories, great things to tell the future about yourself and about the people in your life. All right, take care, Pisces. Bye.